This is a Ben Frank Connection presentation.
What's going on, everybody? We are live here once again for another episode of Hangout with ABJ. We are doing the AEW Dynamite edition tonight. We are unfortunately watching this awful TV show before Dynamite starts tonight, but man, we're in for a lot of fun here tonight. Just wanted to say real quick, huge thank you to everybody. The algorithms, you guys sharing stuff on social media, you guys have been watching the content, hitting that, like, it's out there. We're literally one subscriber away from 920 subscribers, so we're closing in on that 1K, and we're officially 200 hours away from being monetized on YouTube. I know it might, where's our, I don't know why it's not working.
Rude.
I don't know.
Horrible timing.
It's not working. I don't know. We lost our air horn. Anyway, man, this is something I've been trying to do with the YouTube channel for 6 years, and we're so fucking close. And I really want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, of all the social media love, all the watching and hanging out, being in the Discord, putting my name out there, telling people I exist, and we just continue to grow. It really, really means a lot. So hold on a second. Sorry, you talk a little bit, Lily.
Check. I don't know what's going on over there. I am currently learning how to knit on a crochet hook. No one really cares about that either. Tony found a picture of himself earlier.
Yeah,
from when he was much, much younger.
I should probably pull that up, huh?
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Good call. So there's, out of every wrestler that I've ever met in my entire life, and I met a few, but when I was younger, I met a handful here and there, but it wasn't like I met a whole bunch. You know, I grew up as someone who didn't have a lot of opportunities to meet people and do things and stuff like that. So I didn't go to a lot of shows, or I didn't go to a lot of meet and greets or stuff like that. Like, if they were local, I went to go see them. But the person I've hands down have met more than times than anyone on this planet is Virgil. So he essentially, like, lived in our mall for a while, and he also I met him countless times, and then as I got older, I met him numerous times when I was working in the business, and I've always chatted with him. I always had those conversations, and he was always super nice. He was a little quirky, he was a little weird, but that was Virgil, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, he was really, really nice. And unfortunately, we lost Virgil today. We just talked about him on WrestleMania 5. So RIP to Virgil. There's myself and my little brother and Virgil, and that's at our local mall that no longer exists. But that was in 2001, I think the photo says. I don't know. I have to look at it again. But yeah, that's me and Virgil. Real quick stuff going out there. Interview with Mag Zero dropped. That's out currently. Interview with Frightmare just dropped. That one's really, really cool, man. That dude has been around a long fucking time. And then tonight at midnight, our last pre-recorded interview. A huge thanks to Labor of Love and the Worldwide Dojo. Cheeseburger. So make sure you check out that interview. 5 Questions with the ABJ with Rembrandt is out. Next Monday, 5 Questions with Ronnie Moses. The following Monday, Malcolm Murray. And we have 9 new 5 Questions with ABJ. That is so fucking exciting. We got some really good ones, and I changed the style up a little bit. So there's the 5 questions, right? And then if you pay attention and you watch towards past the end credits, there's always like a little teaser. Sometimes there isn't, sometimes there is. Guaranteed there is now. And everyone gets a bonus question, and it's catered more to them. So stick around after the credits, watch the whole way through, and at the very end, there's going to be a bonus question for you guys. Merchandise, if you guys want to support, all links are below. We do have the AEW Dynamite logo with that nice little green podcast there. But isn't there a new logo coming soon?
Didn't Tony Khan just release one yesterday?
I don't think it was officially released, but it's teased.
Tease.
It's a teased logo.
Interesting.
I guess we got to get on the ball and get that done.
Yeah, should probably get on
Oh, it's
that.
done. It's done, but it's not available for purchase yet. It will be available by the end of the week. But look at that. We got the new Dynamite spoof. I don't think there's any other podcast out that has it yet.
I don't think so.
I doubt it. I doubt it, but we have it.
No.
We got the spoof. We got the exclusives. And then if you obviously want the ABJ AEW or the Tattered AEW, the Rampage or Collision, it's all there. Also, if you want to grab that AEW WrestleMania on the road to WrestleMania or WrestleMania Philly logos, they are available, as well as I'm pretty proud of this one. I like my DX one. I'm a fan of my DX one.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I like it. And then once Cheeseburger's episode drops on Thursday, and that's the last pre-recorded one, starting this Sunday, Tornado Tag podcast, or Tornado Tag is back, not podcast, but Tornado Tag is back, and it's a numbered episode. So going forward, everything that I put out podcast wise, if it's Tornado Tag, Not Cool in High School, all of that will be part of the number sequentials of the podcast, which is really exciting for me. It probably means nothing to you guys, but it means a lot to me. So episode 113, WrestleMania 15 review. Make sure you do your homework, get ready. We're going to talk about, this is the last time that WrestleMania was in Philly. So this is in Philly, and now we're coming back this year.
Circle.
And that was randomized. We did not pick this pay-per-view. That was the universe saying, do the Philly one. And then on Tuesday, I will be solo live doing a review of the Blink-182 One More Time album. So do your homework. Go listen to the album and tell me what you think about it. There's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to be doing stuff in the content where it's movie reviews, music reviews, content that I've never consumed, or it's been a long time since I consumed it. So it's a great way for me to absorb new media that I have never done before. And then our first live interview will be back on Thursday with my buddy Timmy Mingle. He does a podcast called Pullbox Pals. I talk comic books. He's a musician. He's very, very talented, very, very hardworking, very, very driven. So, and he's been on interviews with everyday people, my old content, so goddamn much. So I can't wait to have him back. What else we got here? Last week in wrestling, make sure you go subscribe to those guys. My buddy, Dill, he's also in our Discord. He's very, very supportive. He may have an announcement that may be pretty exciting towards the middle end beginning. I'm not sure when he's going to do it of his show. I cannot wait for you guys to see what he unveils. It's really exciting. ABJ, the official content creator with the logos. Yeah, we have too many, but I like it. I like that we have a bunch. The first WrestleMania was in Philly too. Oh, that was the first time WrestleMania was in Philly. Absolutely, Matthew. You're 100% right. Met Virgil at a shopping mall in Michigan signing autographs. Feel bad to do because the line was not big at all. Yeah, that tended to be a thing for Virgil, but he was out there grinding and trying to get his name out there and trying to make a couple bucks. It is what it is. He was hardworking, man. But I think we'll have some guests here joining us tonight. So make sure you get ready for those. Trying to see what else we got going on. I did send an invitation out to somebody. I don't know if they're going to accept it, but another cool thing that's been going down. I joined a group on Twitter X that we all agree to share each other's stuff. So other content creators, like they share my stuff, I share their stuff. So stuff I share, do me a favor, don't let that go in vain. If I'm sharing somebody else's stuff, comment on it. If you're on X or Twitter or whatever it may be, and be like, hey, ABJ, hear from the ABJ side, just show the power of our universe. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. It's one thing to be a content creator, but when you guys have been fantastic with it. If I'm a guest on another show, or if I go on another show, or if I put somebody over, you guys flood it and they get 10 to 15 new followers and subscribers. And that's exactly what we want. We want our universe to take in other people and show them that love and support, which is really, really exciting. Also, Witchcraft from Lily has a new merchandise out. It's exclusive to ABJ. I mean, you could order one, but I may not allow it to be in production.
Wow.
I got my own personalized Better Than You, baby scarf. Here we go. Yeah.
Pretty cool. You can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you.
I'm a poor, but listen, this just because I can't afford Burberry doesn't mean this is cheap. This is handmade,
Warm as hell.
and it's
too.
warm as hell. But I'm a poor, and we can't afford real Burberry, but we can afford Witchcraft by Lily. Maybe.
I mean, maybe because for that, it's damn near Burberry prices for how long that took me to make.
Go buy a real one. Don't even worry about it. That's one mine.
Wow! Just throws it on the floor.
The mascot's gonna wear it for a while.
Better.
But, yeah. But yeah, hopefully I gotta see if Parma Sheen or fucking Ralph's coming tonight. I don't know. Ooh. Ralph is making some. I mean, Parma's he went hard on Canva today. He made a bunch of
Yeah, I
his,
saw them. I love them.
so there's a lot of cool.
Thank you, C. Henry. I appreciate that.
I'll plug that real quick too. Sorry, I'm getting all the housekeeping out of the way. So there's another way you can support. And listen, here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest up front. This is what I do. It's who I am as a person. I'm not working. I don't have money. I have people helping me right now. I'm struggling. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get on my feet, get a car so I can find a better job, so I can get money. I'm trying to apply from work at home jobs. I'm trying to apply for jobs in my tiny little town, which is not easy to do. Also, I struggle with my joint disorder where I do have a disability, but obviously our government does not help young people with disabilities. So it is what it is. So, no, see, they're still using the old Dynamite logo.
Are they really?
Yeah, they haven't unveiled a new one yet.
Oh,
I think they're waiting for I think they're waiting for like the ring skirts and everything to kind of come in and the graphics to be done, and then they're going to unveil it all at one time. But tonight is Sting's last Dynamite, so that's something to think about as well.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things so live watch-alongs may go away very soon, because when the bill comes in for my live TV, which is like 80 some bucks, I can't afford it, so it's going to be going away. If I get super chats donations, I swear to God, it's going to that so we can keep the hangouts going. But as of right now, I can't afford it. But content will still come. I still have access to a StreamYard, and that is because of the Opinion City podcast. The main reasons you're going to keep seeing ABJ, and I could do game streams, and I can do all the stuff that we're watching here is because of the BFC. And a great way to support that and keep and helping them through me is grabbing some merchandise from the Opinion City podcast on their Teespring and their TeePublics. There is exclusive ABJ merchandise that is on there that you cannot get anywhere else except them. So if you want the benefit, Sean has been working really hard. There's some possible DX inspired ones. There's some possible Bullet Club inspired ones coming really soon. Like really, really, really cool stuff that Sean's been working on that will be popping up exclusively on that store. Like stuff that I want, and I won't be able to buy it. But please, if you can, support that as well too, because that's a way for us that, hey, my community is buying t-shirts from that store, which helps fund and pays the bill for StreamYard. So at least I can stay relevant and stay alive and keep putting content out. So thank you guys so much. That's all the housekeeping. Hangman Adam Page coming out. He's on crutches. He's limping. Looks like he's going to cut a promo saying he won't be at the pay-per-view. We'll find out right now. Honestly, Lily's interpretation of Dynamite logo looks better than the AEW one. There you go. I like it. I like that.
Appreciate that.
So I had to turn my TV up a little louder because Lily is further away than she was before.
Appreciate you.
So I will say, when everything started, it was a new endeavor for my friends, but for me, it was something different. It was a goal. It was an opportunity to rise to people's expectations, to make the most of the world that was laid in front of me. And I like to think that I did that. And I like to think that winning the World Championship in 2021.
Was he recalling something from 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Cool.
New Sting figure that's exclusive right now.
Yeah.
Has black and gold trim around it.
You got to look at what the Top Rope Tuesday is also.
Oh, yeah, we have to do that as well. Good call.
Remember that on break commercials.
Obviously a tough moment. Yeah. When AEW decided that its Revolution, the World Championship, would be decided in a three-way match. I said it was hard. Suggested that maybe the world championship should be decided in the singles match, but it looks like I had the wrong two competitors.
How?
What?
Top Rope Tuesday is a Sting-inspired Street Fighter shirt. I'm gonna be honest, it's not my favorite.
It's okay.
That this Sunday at Revolution, I will not be able to.
All right. I'm not saying this to be a dick. I'm not saying that I don't believe Hangman. I'm not saying that I don't buy this. But everyone feels that that he was only in the match to take the fall. And if this is a bit where like I don't want to be in the match, so I'm hurt. Like if he's pulling an old school Shawn Michaels because he doesn't want to be the guy to take the fall, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm gonna be honest. But this makes AEW make a decision. Do we really want to put Swerve in the title picture now and give him the title, or do we keep Joe and he loses at one of his first defenses and make him a transitional champion? It's tough. It's tough because I really want to see Joe with the title a little bit longer, but I really want Swerve to be a champion, and it sucks that one has to lose essentially.
We've been to war. I tried to kill you, you tried to kill me. I might have fought behind a couple times, but I didn't really expect to.
Someone saying do it again. That's amazing.
Because of everything you accomplished here in AEW. And to say that I didn't have the utmost respect of that would just be a flat out lie. But you suffered this unfortunate fate. And the funny thing about fate, you can't escape it. And you can't stop this. My destiny awaits me this Sunday in Revolution as I go on.
And you know.
Joe's like, yo, why are you guys the main focal point in the story when it's my goddamn title?
As he should.
I love that. Whoa, wait a second. Oh, it scared me for a second. I thought he had a white strap on his title.
You're like, new title.
You son of a bitch. I think that's going to be the title going forward, though. They're going to change out those side plates.
What do we have here? It seems two of the most bitter enemies ever out here trying to hug it out, huh?
Tell him, Joe.
Hold out here, so allow me to correct them and give this audience a few truths.
I love Joe.
First, for week after week, I watched you boys stare down at each other, thinking that the destiny of this championship was tearing that other man's throat out. That's only because you were avoiding making eye contact with me and realizing who
Fuck
the
yeah.
man around here is.
Joe's like, you can kill each other, but you still have to go through me. I'm fucking Samoa Joe.
Whether you're in or not, Hangman, or should I call you Hopalong?
Woo!
Fuck you, he said. That's what I like about AEW. It does have that more that adult feel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Championship contenders. That's ridiculous. You both are battle-hardened warriors in that ring, and there's nothing new about you. No. You're hungry, accomplished wrestlers. And what you need to realize is the only reason you're hungry is because of me, and I'm starving your ass.
Ooh.
So let me explain to you why And what you really need to be worried about, Swerve, Samoa Joe, I'm the AEW World Champion. And whether it's one of you or both you come Revolution, I'm gonna whip both your asses.
What did I just tell you? I said that's Joe. Like, yo, you guys are talking about a storyline and you still have to go through me. That was a WWE shot.
Oh, snap.
Oh, he's not limping anymore.
Funny, huh? Steven called it.
It's a miracle. Hangman's okay. Hangman took that Roderick Strong pill. I'll tell you what, man. I think maybe the buildup isn't like as much as it is, and the Hangman kind of takes it a step back a little bit. Hangman is trying everything in his power to make it seem like he belongs in this match, even though the storytelling doesn't say that. Like, you've lost to this guy now 2 times. Like, why are you even in the talks?
Right.
You know, why does he have to keep going through you to get to a title shot? I don't get that aspect of the story. I hate that aspect of the story. But I mean, like, Joe and Swerve, man, that's a matchup. That's a marquee. That's they like Joe's the beast, Swerve's the upcomer. Like, there's a good story being told here. I do like it. The only thing that ruins it for me personally is the Hangman aspect of it. Yeah.
I still hate the outfit choices.
On commercial, I have to go pee quick. I normally wouldn't care, but it's Renee doing the interview, so I'm in it. What's up with Renee's pants? She's like cut off at the thighs.
For the AEW Tag Team Championships this Sunday at Revolution. Listen, last time I saw you guys, seemed like you're having a pretty
Camera seems out of focus.
business meeting with Ric Flair. Do you guys
Just me?
want to tell us anything about
I think it's just soft lighting. No, I get, you know.
It was out of
It
focus.
was, and then it focused in.
Seen him yet today?
not yet, just you guys so far?
Okay. This is his final appearance on Dynamite. We're just dying to see him and thank him for all his contributions to this company. And most importantly, we really just want to conduct his exit interview. Good luck, Frank. Let's have a Cameraman, you're gonna need to follow us to see what we do to stay. Come on, come on. Hang on. Where you at, Sting? Sting, Sting, where you at?
This year,
All right, 1 second. You guys, Lily's taking over for a second. I got to pay. I had too many Dr. Peppers.
What's up, everybody? What day is it? Wednesday? Wednesday? Hump day. That's it. That's all I had. Hey, Steven, how are you? I'm gonna drink his tea. I was enjoying the dance moves.
What dance moves? All right, we're back. Hair's up, buns up, buns up, buns out.
How do you feel about
Lily, the real star. How dare you? First off, how dare you? Hang out with ABJ, not Lily.
What's up, Miss Rodriguez?
Hate this. Hate this.
Just wait, because that PPW, I'm telling you, I'm becoming my own 8x10s.
Is PPW this weekend?
No.
I hope not, because if it's that, I'm definitely not going. I want to watch Revolution.
It's next weekend.
Actually, real quick, let's do this real fast. Let's go. Let's give some love to some people, as well as let's show our Top Rope Tuesday off. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? There, we got that. We got that. We got. We got that. All right. So let's do Top Rope Tuesday first. ABJ home with the logos. Yeah. Share screen. So this is the Top Rope Tuesday shirt. So that they did put the shirt out before, where it was Sting and whoever this dude is fighting in Street Fighter. But the Top Rope Tuesday variant is red face paint Sting. So the other one was white. So that's what this the Top Rope Tuesday is that special variant. This is all the Sting merchandise that's going to be coming out. You got Sting Crow. Let's see if there's anything else new here. Oh, a new Abaddon shirt. Looks really cool. Looks really cool, actually. I really like it. Come on, load up.
Are you sharing it?
Yeah.
What if I told you, no, you're not?
That's awesome. I don't know why it's not sharing. Oh, I have to add it to the stage. Good call. All right, so there's a new Abaddon shirt. New Abaddon t-shirt. And then the Top Rope Tuesday shirt is the red face paint Sting. And then, like I said, they have all this Sting merchandise that's coming out. That's all there. Let's do this real quick. Our boy over here, last week podcast is live on YouTube right now. I went over and gave him a thumbs up. Stop in real quick, say hi to him. Here's his link. If you haven't done so already, go subscribe, go give him love, go show him that support. Also, we have later on tonight, Raz will be doing a post show. So make sure you go show love to Raz's channel. Hit subscribe over there. Let's get him up to at least 50 people. He needs those subscribers. Let's get him going. And then my new reaffirmed best. Wow, Kira is What's Kara doing tonight? Kara's got her eyes all done up.
She's doing the Sting makeup. Come on, bro.
I know. Look at her. Killing it.
Love that.
Killing it. We might have to stop in and say
Look at their logo. What is that logo? What is that logo?
The
That's
new
the
logo. The new logo. They're using it. They're using the new AEW logo. But look at Kara with all stinged up. She's stinged out. Appreciate that. But go support Tantalizing Tony. And here's his channel. Make sure you go subscribe. He's on the quest of 10K. He's pretty close. So if you can go do that, that'd be great. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's go full screen. I'm actually going to stop real quick sharing. And then I'm also going to go over to Tony's channel and say something real quick. Come on in. Hold it tight. Thank you, Kara. Oh, all right. Sorry. Tony said they're having a match tonight. And she goes, well, WWE does that too. They do. They mix and match matches all the time. But yeah, I just want to go over and give that love. I had to bail on it though, because I want to focus on what's going on. But we're gonna get Eddie Kingston and FTR versus the BCC. I'm gonna be honest. I going back to before. I hate on WWE for doing this, but I'm smelling shenanigans. I feel if this is a matchup that we're like forms of a matchup that we're going to see this weekend, I don't like when we do these mixed matches and we have to have these people fight before a show. I don't like it. I don't like when WWE does it. I'm not going to like when AEW does it. The only difference they have to do is if this match ends in a clean pin. If this ends in a clean pin, awesome. But if it doesn't, they're doing the same thing their competitor does that I absolutely hate. So let's see what happens, and let's see if they actually give us a clean victory. I'm gonna say now I don't think it happens. But I hate these. Let's do this variation of the match 16 different ways before the pay-per-view comes style booking. I don't like it.
So who is this Bryan Danielson?
So Bryan Danielson's wrestling Kingston one-on-one, and then FTR is wrestling Claudio and Mox at the pay-per-view. So to put them all in a match together, they're doing a 3-on-3 tag. But like I said, as of right now, I'm saying I'm not a fan of the booking, but I like the matchup. Everybody in the matchup is people I really, 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 really enjoy. I'm a fucking Kingston mark. I love FTR. The BCC is just monsters. Claudio is one of my favorites. Like all awesome people. But the booking, I don't like when they do the booking of putting people together when they shouldn't be together. A lot of history between these two men. Added Orange Cassidy versus Nick Wayne tonight. That's sick. Sick. Last week in wrestling says appreciate that ABJ. Anytime, brother. Let me know if you're still watching or listening. Let me know when you're gonna make your announcement. And I'll stop over. Jesus. Danielson's logo on the back looks like a pentagram. It's insane right now because like you have 6 really good wrestlers in one match right now. Like really good wrestlers. God damn. Moxley gave him like the half slap and he fired back with one like a full force. So FTR are huge Bret Hart guys.
Mm-hmm.
And when Bret Hart was being inducted into he wasn't being inducted or something. They were doing some kind of induction of the Hall of Fame and Bret Hart was out there speaking. A fan jumped the barricade, ran in the ring, and tackled Bret Hart in a Hall of Fame inductee ceremony with the entire like WWE locker room ringside.
Crazy.
Yeah, not smart. So security gets this guy, but before security can get in the ring, some wrestlers get in the ring. And FTR are 2 of the guys that get in the ring first, and they beat the holy shit out of this guy. Like that, the guy who was in the ring with the hair, you see him just pepper and uppercuts in this guy's face, like killed this guy. Yeah, they don't like they're not just tough guys in the ring and character tough guys. Like they're not afraid to fight. Like they're fucking tough guys. All right, we're on the first commercial break. Make sure we're hitting that thumbs up button. Thank you. Appreciate you guys so much. Share the stream out if you're watching it on any platforms. Like I said, we're getting close to that 1K, which is super exciting. We'll see if we get that 920 tonight.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles to help me out.
Samantha Irvin. Jesus Christmas.
When close, millions of possibilities. You want to be.
Oh, we got somebody joining us tonight. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's bring in one of our guests here tonight. He comes from the bloodline. He's a bloodline guy. But it's a deep bloodline. It's their bloodline. It's not the bloodline.
I mean their bloodline.
It's their
but,
bloodline.
Like,
but I will say this: out of
them with the bloodline.
Out of the bloodline, might be my favorite.
Yeah,
definitely my
for
favorite
sure.
of the bloodline, hands down. Not Ralph level yet, but he's getting there. Yet. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. Let's bring him in. Adam the guy.
Hello. Oh. Well, hello.
What's going on,
Had
bud?
to move that mic over, you know.
God, I hope your brother Caesar hears that. I usually give him those
Here's the thing though, right? All right. I just want him to know deeply that I didn't instigate this. I'm not trying to rain on his parade. I'm not trying to step on his toes. This is 100% his thing first.
Well, he's not here and he's probably not listening.
But he's not.
So let me
here.
get this out. He's insanely talented. He's very, very good. He's a super sweetheart. I love him to death. But we just can't do that on camera. You know what I mean?
No. I appreciate the gimmick. Like I've been doing it my entire life. I just don't want it to be in his area, and I just don't want,
Yeah.
You did it, and I was like, hey, I didn't. All right.
And
cool,
the best part about it is like, it's funny, right? And he laughs, but there's a small section of his soul that hates it. You know what I mean?
There's a deep section of his soul that hates it because it's been happening his entire life.
Yes.
Again,
which makes the bit funny. It's funny when there's a little sting to it, but realistically, love him to death. He's been sending me photos of some of the merch he's been making. Have you seen some of it?
I haven't,
BCC?
But he usually sends it to me when it's done. He'll give me a quick blast of like 30 images.
I love that.
And I'm like,
yeah,
bro's been busy.
He sent me one of the Bullet Club inspired ones, and he sent me 2 of the DX ones, and they came out really fucking good. That's probably why he's not here right now.
I'm glad that he's working on things. You know what I mean? Because I was gonna start working on a Bullet Club one, but we'll get there. Yeah. I have to make my own variant. You know?
Yeah. That's probably
Like-
why he's not here tonight. He's probably balls deep in Canva.
Sean, if you're balls deep in Canva,
Take
remember
a break.
to cup. Remember to
Yeah.
cup them.
Take a quick break. Come watch TV.
YouTube etiquette. I have to go medicate. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, you know what?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we were able to do this, and now we can do it together.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Jesus Christ, I can't breathe. We're back.
Just
and we're back.
that blink back.
Um,
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing.
Oh,
It was
um,
that millisecond that we came back before we came back.
yeah, that was good
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, that was the first time. Welcome to the Be Right Back screen.
It's funny.
I took way too big of a hit. This one tastes so good,
I
but
know.
it's really harsh. Like it makes you cough hard, and it fucking wrecks you after you get done coughing. And
So
then I seen you go in for the double dip. I was like, oh, he's going two. He's going two.
well,
for-
I figured I'd get it like back to back right now,
yeah,
I was like,
and then
good for him.
have a
Good for him. What a champ.
yeah.
um,
Also, be careful with the stream in the background. I think you're fine because your background's blurred. Like you have a
blurred,
blurred
and my
background.
head's in the way.
Yeah,
But I can
think
turn it off.
no. I think you're fine. You're fine. We'll see how it goes. If I get flagged, we'll get flagged. But I think it has to be. I think the rule by standard
I
is
can
it
also
has to
mute it.
be. It's also it has to be a certain size of your screen.
Like a certain percentage. Of
Yeah,
the
and
screen.
it's definitely not anywhere close to it.
Well, the
but
good
I
news
appreciate it.
is because I used to be like a hardcore videographer, we have a good camera that actually has depth of field, and you know,
Yes.
we can, you know,
Oh,
I don't know.
that
There we go.
There you go.
Better.
That's a nice camera. It's a really nice. camera.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
Thank
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
What is it?
So it's a little older now, but it's the A7 III. It's the Sony A7 III.
Got you. I have
Not
a
the
Canon
S3.
90D that I used to use for my webcam, but the only problem with it is the connection in it is old school USB, mini USB,
Mhm.
and you know how like once they get loose, they're so unpredictable. So I'd be streaming and I would bump, and it would just it would
Black.
unplug or just go out, and then to
Yeah.
reset it takes a fucking process, and it would annoy me. So I just went out and bought that. I got all face cam.
Let me take this off the table. I'm like, how do I send this to you? You're on Discord, duh. Oh yeah, we're not like actually friends on Discord yet.
Oh, we're not.
Wow. The
Oh,
we got to
truth
do that.
comes out.
We should
Womp
probably become
womp.
friends.
we're
I'm so-
not.
I'm so
Who are you?
stuck.
Who are you? Add friend. What's your Discord?
The Cult of ABJ. Are you not in there anymore?
Oh, I'm in there, but I just
It's just
you know.
ABJ.
Oh yeah, I'm on the very top. I'm the daddy of the
Oh, yeah,
Discord,
the
so just
A.
go to general. Yeah, I'm the.
Let's
I'm
go
the
to
huge-
ABJ. Let's just
I'm
do
the
that.
only
Add you.
gold one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, it's funny because like I work in tech, but when it comes to using social stuff, I'm an idiot.
Terrible.
Just completely awful. Boom. Send friend request.
There it is. I think. A note pending. There it is. Friends. Now we're friends.
Friends.
Friends forever. Raz, you joining us during the stream? Why don't you come in for first time in a long time? Come actually during the show if you're able to. Still to come tonight, Orange Cassidy versus Nick Wayne for the International Championship. That's my Tony Schiavone.
There it is.
I've never seen a Kung Fu Panda.
That's crazy.
I
to
saw
me.
the very first one.
I've never even seen that. Never even seen the original.
The first one, I mean, I'm a sucker for Jack Black, so I enjoyed it. I laughed.
I love
So I
Jack
just-
Black.
I just
probably
sent
would
you an
like it.
image that I just took. That's my setup that I'm sitting at right now.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to come through.
Wait. It's processing. You know. Ta-da!
Oh, okay, that's fair. Good call. I feel like a work associate now. You're part of the team, brother. You're in. Okay, that's nice. I need a
Hello
double
to the
monitor.
chat that I have not said hello to yet.
Wait, so
Pardon
you have your
my-
laptop and two other screens connected with your laptop?
Yeah.
How?
So if you zoom in on the photo, no, I have a dongle connected to it's a double USB-C on the left-hand side, and that runs. It's like hanging underneath, and then I have two HDMI's running out.
Gotcha.
As long as everything's so everything is running. There's like a separate USB 3.0 that's very much powered. So not everything's completely running off the laptop power, but
That's what I have to get. I have to find a USB-C 3 that I can power. So because right now, like my laptop tries to power the mouse, the mixing board, the cameras.
I can send you a link to a dock that I'm looking to get. It's about $260, maybe it's like just under $300, but
yeah,
it's powered and it's got 13 ins and outs total, but it's probably like 3 HDMI 4K 60 outs.
that'd be huge. That's the biggest thing I need.
You're not trying
right
to do any like crazy gaming high frame rate stuff. You're just doing streaming stuff. You're fine. That's all you need. Because
cool. Yeah, send me the link to that once I start.
The
getting
tall
paid,
one
I'll
that's
work
on the
it.
right, that's a 4K monitor, but that was like a cheapo off Newegg. I think it was like that was under 300.
Mhm.
Then the one that's to the left is a 1080p.
Yeah,
but I was doing a lot of filming and editing for a while.
yeah.
So I was like, Sean, my camera's like ridiculous compared to what you're doing. However, when it comes time to get cameras, talk to me. I'll steer you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So,
what's going on, Tantalizing? Welcome to
Hello,
the show.
Tantalizing.
Thank you for stopping by.
But yeah, I gotta get better at saying hello to the chat. I'm not a streamer first. I'm so behind the scenes, man.
It's funny, man. Like I wasn't a stream. Like most of my live streams and stuff that I got really like. So I did live stream podcasts for a very, very long time. But like doing watch along live streams, like I got all my experience from the Tantalizing Tony show. Like I used to do a lot of watch alongs with him.
Right.
And then I had to learn how to like when we're watching something together and it's not in sync, and then you're also dealing with, you have to watch a chat, and it's a lot. It was a really huge learning experience, because I was just doing like the way it used to look is like my podcast is a long table, and then 3 people sat at one side, or 2 people sat at one side, 2 people sat at the other, one at the head sometimes.
Right.
And then the camera shot down the table, old school Joe Rogan
Take
style.
it easy.
And then when it shot down the table, it was like all of our side profiles talking to each other. Like we didn't play into the camera. The camera was kind of just hanging out, if that makes sense, like the style of the show. And then, but like I would still like kind of look at my screen and read the chat while we were doing the podcast, but it was more focused on the podcast and not the live stream.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Enjoy your stream. So here's the thing. They're probably, maybe not. They're good at it, but the best lock-up punch combo, like the people who do it the absolute best, Kevin and Sammy. When Kevin and Sammy do the lock punch, it looks so good. Yeah.
It's one of my least favorite things about wrestling is the lock punch, because I'm just like, it doesn't always look good.
Yeah,
and it takes a lot
it
to
has
make me
like,
interested in it.
and I hate it when it's over you. Ooh, he slipped and actually kicked him in the almost in the face. It only makes sense though for those blood feuds, like
Yeah.
when Tito Santana and Rick Martel would get a hold of each other and they would lock punch. When Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, when they hate each other, lock punch. Gargano and Ciampa when they lock punch. So like Kingston Moxley are always a combo that I would be like, I wouldn't hate the lock punch. Same with Claudio.
Kingston and Claudio, yeah. Kingston and Claudio, I'm in it.
But it's funny because like people only really buy into the Kingston Claudio as like they don't buy into it as much as we do because we've been like that's been a story we've been told since Shakara. You know what I mean? And that we're from the Northeast side. Brett versus Owen. Yes, but like they weren't like you also have to have a brawler element to you to make the lock punch good. So if you're two technical guys and you lock punch, sometimes it doesn't translate.
It's one of those.
I really want a podcast where Kevin and Sammy do a where they never focus on the topic and just bullshit for 2 hours. I would love that. Listen to Renee Paquette's podcast with Sammy. It's the craziest podcast you'll ever hear. He's all over the place. He would honestly, I think Sami Zayn would be one of those people that if you gave him a podcast, he would say something to get himself in trouble, but not like on a level of like being offensive. He just goes on so many different rants and topics, and the way he sees and views things as a human is always not the like most accepted because it's very
truthful.
It's truthful, but he's also it's something that I used to struggle with before where I'm too empathetic. So like somebody will do something horrible and I'll be kind of like, yeah, but like, did they have a bad day? Like, I don't condone what they did, but like, is there a reason for it? Like, and sometimes when you're too empathetic, you come off as like, you're not being sympathetic to like of a victim or to someone's feelings. But like, I feel like Sammy's has that really, really high empathy that you could like, you would spit in his face and he'd be like, well, how do we fix
why did you do that to me?
So
what
like,
did I do wrong?
Yeah.
It's like the I mean, it wasn't a good look for John, but like it was the John Cena Vince McMahon comment. You know, he's like, yeah, I have to support my friend, but at the end of the day,
yeah. I don't think there's supporting of your friends. Like, so say if someone does something, I'm not saying I support them, but I would be like, well, what led to them to do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like where were they steered wrong? How could we prevent it?
12 Angry Men's like my favorite movie of history, and it like redefined my brain. I'm always the guy that's looking for every angle, always.
Yeah. But no, if your friend like kills 48 people, you're not gonna, he's
no longer your friend.
Yeah. Actually, if he was really angry and something bad happened to him and he only shot 12 bullets, but it got 48 people. I don't know. There I am.
Find a way to justify this already.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up a
But
topic that might get hate, but I gotta bring it up. Am I the only person who hates Eddie Kingston's machine gun chops? Like I hate machine gun chops because they just don't ever look good. There's very few times where they do.
It's very the people who love it. I don't like them either, and I love Kingston.
Same,
but the only people who like them, I feel, are people who are huge New Japan marks.
I think like every now and then it's great to get like a good fast chop out.
Yeah.
But every time to do it,
that's like Eddie's honor to Suzuki, but it's like I don't like it. I think it looks corny, and if you're gonna do it, don't do it all the time because I think you diminish it.
Exactly. All right, cool. It was a hot take. I just wasn't sure how the response was gonna be.
I'm also I'll add on to the hot take. I'm not a huge like I don't consistently watch it, but I have went back and watched stuff. Yeah. I am not sold on Japanese strong style, Japanese style wrestling as I am like a lot. Like for the longest time, he's doing the Nate Diaz. Wow. All right, so this is where WWE. This is where AEW clearly does it different than WWE. This match would have ended in a fuck finish because they're gonna touch at a pay-per-view. They're gonna wrestle one-on-one this weekend, and he just choked him unconscious in the match to lead up to it. That does so that like in WWE mindset that diminishes the match because he just beat him.
No, but that was
AEW
a great match. Now I want to see where they're gonna go with it next.
Yeah, now AEW goes, yeah, you choked me out, but I'll see you fucking tonight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's now see Henry that could be a thing where it says, well, that means Danielson's losing at the pay-per-view. It's likely in smart wrestling booking, but I don't hate that finish. Like I like it's a match. There should be a clear winner loser.
If Danielson wasn't like, so is there a tooth in his nose or was that a big ass booger? But what's it called? If Danielson wasn't so against having a belt or anything like that, like is it for the belt?
No, I don't think so.
Him versus Danielson. I'm a little out of the loop on AEW because work has been crazy and I have not been paying attention.
So Eddie, I don't know if it was a tooth or not, but his mouth or his nose is definitely bleeding.
It could have just been
it's not bleeding bad, but when he went like this, there is blood on his hand.
But like I could see this being if Danielson is actually going to get a belt for something, if he destroyed him like that and then wins again, it's just like a definitive you're below me type thing.
Yeah.
Just to make Danielson even more of a dick, and I love it.
Yep.
But not likely.
And and honestly, that would actually define Brian Moore as a heel. Like if he beats him twice, and because the smart fans are like, oh wow, Danielson's winning again. Like, yes, right. And I should be. I am the best in the world. Yeah. But he always is like, no, I'm not cool. You can beat me. I don't care. I know I'm the best in the world. It doesn't matter. But that's why when people say wins and losses in wrestling matter, they don't. Because Daniel Bryan can lose every match, and I was like, he should have won. You know what I mean? Like Jericho with the self-serving booking tonight. I love you, Jericho. But
the painted in top of his hair is just.
It just annoys me. Is like nobody else cares about this match except Chris Jericho, and now the match has to happen because Chris Jericho wants it to happen.
I mean, I have no comment on any of it.
So he wrestled his dad. Now he wants to wrestle his kid because he's been around long enough that he can do it.
Right.
And that's what he wants. He wants that self-servingness.
His name's Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Japan is very story heavy. If you aren't following the whole way through, it loses the impact, which is hard to watch just as pay-per-views. Agreed. It's definitely, and this is not me trying to sound insensitive, but this is me trying to sound honest. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat things because we're talking about something that could be deemed as bad, but I don't understand or get into Japanese culture. I just don't. It's not something I'm accustomed to. I don't understand some of the things that other people enjoy. Like when I watch Japanese anime or I watch Japanese influenced style movies or they're wrestling, they're just things that they do differently that I don't get what they mean by it, or I don't like it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean I don't like them as people. I don't understand their culture. So there's a lot of Japan style characters that go out there and do certain things, and I'm like, that's dumb. I hate that. That's the worst. And they're like, no, his character's cool because this is what he does. I'm just like, but then I don't know. I guess it was always sold to me. New Japan was always sold to me for its top, where everything's super serious and it's a sport and it's but it's treated like it's going to be a real fight and it's going to be this and it's going to be that. And that's how it was always sold to me. It was like ROH on steroids. If you thought ROH was supposed to be like shoot fight wrestling, New Japan's even worse. Right. But then I tune into a pay-per-view and the first heavy section of the card for Japan is always comedy. They overload the comedy heavy in the beginning and they lean into the seriousness as the show progresses. But when your mindset isn't ready for that and don't know the characters and don't understand why the characters do what they do, A, because they don't speak English, or B, you're not good at deciphering it, you lose. You're like, I don't understand why everyone thinks this is funny. You know what I mean? Like, so the Japan loses me in the beginning, and then as the show goes, they go, and they're always later in the day or whatever. So I'm already fucking trying my best to stay conscious. But as it keeps going, and then you get to this main event where it's supposed to be treated so serious, it's like 450 false finishes and people legit getting punched in the face or hit with a machine gun, and they're kicking out at 2. It's like, I can't watch a match that has 38 kickouts. Like when the match should be over and they false finish. Like, I don't like it when Gargano did it in NXT too much. I didn't like it when Adam Cole did it too much. Like, I definitely don't like it when they do it in Japan. Like that Ospreay Kenny Omega match. He hits him with a running knee as hard as he can. Wow, right in the face. 1, 2, kick out. It's like, no, you would, if that was a real fight, you would die. You would die.
Well, I mean, that to me that's what wrestling is, though. I feel like isn't wrestling supposed to be the over the top? Like, how are they still alive?
Yeah, but you can't go back to back that much. Like, Japan goes too hard.
Tomato potato. I think everybody has an opinion, and I will never tell you your opinion's wrong.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think the things that I love about New Japan is the length of their storylines. Like, I forget who said it earlier, but like, their storylines are for definitely for people like me. You know what I mean? Like, I love a storyline that I can watch years and years and years and years and years. And I'm just like, this shit's been great. I mean, yeah, it was a little slow over here, but it was great, you know? And I think like that's where my comment the first time you and I actually were on stream together, where I was like, oh, WWE storytelling has been fantastic. Albeit, yeah, there's been a couple small moments of what are we doing? Okay, now that we're seeing it go, fine. But like,
yeah,
I think the Bloodline story, for better or for worse, the fact that it's been so good for so long is a testament to Trips. Great. Papa H is doing fantastic. We love him. But I also think like the Judgment Day has been the underlying story that people haven't really been paying attention to, even though it's been right there, and most people are because of Rhea. But like the Dominic and Priest dynamic with Finn, the whole thing has been great. And then to your point, AEW has been laying down some pretty good stories, albeit some of them haven't paid off because of a lot of the injuries and whatnot. And in like a second, I'm going to stop talking because Will's on TV. And
so the biggest thing that disconnects me with WWE storylines is sometimes they do insult your intelligence, and I think sometimes it's too beat into my head through weekly TV, week in, week out,
right.
Where it does lose me sometimes. And also, like, WWE's clearly catered to children, and sometimes their stories get too kiddie for me.
Okay, so yes, for the longest time, I would say the same thing. However, since Vince has been out of creative, I think they're trying to find that teen audience again to bridge the gap. That's not just completely kid. Like, when Cody came back.
Real quick, Raz says New Japan struggles with the American audience because Americans aren't used to WB. I would disagree with that. We're used to ECW. We're used to ROH. We're like there are
smart marks
to it. Yeah, but I mean, like, just most smart marks who are watching Japanese wrestling in America are also your smart marks who watch that too.
Right.
And then it says, it's part of Japanese culture, never back down from a fight. So exactly. So like a Japanese anime, when a guy gets hit with an atom bomb in the anime and you're like, he's dead. And then everyone like does the little teardrops come over their heads and like, I'm crying. And then everyone's crying for 38 minutes and they sell the cry for too long. And then the guy's like, oh. And he comes through the fight. He moans like sex noises because that's what every Japanese animation does.
Oh my goodness.
And then they fucking his hand comes through the dirt slowly, and then everyone's like, oh! And then they all make those noises, and then they cry, and then he rises through the ashes. That's how most Japanese matches are set up.
On that note,
a guy comes down with a machete and cuts the other guy's head off, and then they're like, oh, he's dead. He got a machete. And then they like, oh! And then he 1, 2, and then his head flies back on his body, and he kicks out, and you're like, oh! But they do it within 3 minutes of each other. Like the Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, he suplexes him brainbuster style on the top unexposed turnbuckle. Match is over. Then he puts his head against it, doesn't even finish him yet, puts his head against it, runs and knees him, and then throws him to the ground, pins him, 1-2 kick out, and then he knees him again, picks him up and knees him again. And as soon as he knees him, what do you think he does?
Gets back up.
No, full blown Hulk Hogan gets back up, gets right up, and I'm like, I'm done, I'm out. Those three things would have been
were you
life.
So racist comments aside, prior to knowing that, as a kid, were you not a Hogan fan?
No, hated Hogan.
And that right there, I mean, so tomato potato. There's people who
like when I was a kid, I was like, everyone's like, oh, Hogan's wrestling. Are you excited? I'm like, no, I'm not excited. They're like, why? Because I said, because I know exactly how the match is going to end, and I'm 3 years old.
See, Leon the King, I agree. I would agree with you for the most part, but I feel like they're finally starting to turn that around with the new stars. I don't get me wrong.
I don't know what.
And I agree with Violante music.
Kai says, "Tell me you say it because I don't know. I want to mispronounce it.
Tell me you only watch shonen anime without telling me you've only seen shonen anime."
The fact that he knows that's a style of anime.
I'll be the first person to say that I'm not a big anime guy at all. However, I agree with his comment.
What shonen anime is, but I love you, Kai.
Anime is not my biggest cup of tea, but some of the stories.
Real quick, how good were the impressions of the noises?
They were pretty good.
Were they good?
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a specific type of anime that I don't watch.
I watch it.
Yeah. Oh, in the chat, my buddy Carrie here. What's going on, Carrie? I was texting Carrie, but he said I told him I'm live, and then he left me alone. And I told him I'll talk to him, but I'm glad he's here in the chat. I love you, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, I gotta. All right, yeah, I'll email that to her in a second. Carrie's gonna be on the podcast soon. He probably hears me say that and says, "Eat shit." You've been saying that forever, but I swear to God, Carrie, we're gonna do it soon. When the night I met your brother was like the first night I left my house in 5-6 months with everything going on, and I was the wah sad boy because life sucked for a while. And Carrie shows up at the show, and he pulls me aside. He's like, "Yo, when are you gonna stop being a fucking pussy and just fucking man up?"
Don't we need friends like that?
I was like, "Yes, sir." Yeah. I said, as of right now, that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, Carrie. Love him to death. He's so good.
Shake hands.
Will Ospreay and Takashita is going to be a good. Is that the matchup this weekend?
Yeah.
Wow. Do they jump him or do they actually let this happen? See, I like Will Ospreay. I like because he does have that New Japan style. Like there is elements in New Japan wrestling I'm not a fan of, and he does do it. But he also does embody a lot of American style and the British strong style, which I do like as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Takashita's really good though too. Like I really think he's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
Takeshita is like I didn't know him before AEW, I'll be honest, but like since I've seen him, he's been one of my favorites. I think what he does in the ring and he
comes off as a legit tough guy too. Like he looks like he would fucking like he wants to hurt you in the ring.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to see him murder people.
Yeah.
You just look at him the wrong way.
Yep.
You know?
No, I like him a lot. Here's one thing you can say about AEW, man. Like, I feel like they do a really good job of introducing international superstars to you and making them feel like they're special.
I think the way they can introduce new stars and actually make them entertaining and get the crowd into them and get them over WWE's just never been good at it.
Can I tell
Ever.
you why? In my
Because
opinion,
it's
why they
always
struggled?
because they make them it was always a cartoon.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you a really, really possible serious question, but I'm being dead serious when I ask this.
Okay.
Inside the world of AEW, is there an outside world, and are we a part of it?
I don't know. I feel like it depends on.
No, you know
A
what I
lot of
mean by
things,
that, right?
Like I think WWE is the bubble that we're not allowed in ever.
Yes,
But
and that's
the
what I mean
door's
by
been
it.
opening. But I think AEW kind of is the same because I feel like they've been playing with us since day one.
But
They just listen
AEW
better.
acknowledges other companies and knows that their universes exist and they play into their universes and they allow
Right.
them in. WWE, if you sat here and say that this guy is a absolute legend somewhere else, they have a hard time accepting that reality that someone is bigger. So here's the weird thing about WWE. If you're an outside wrestler and you've accomplished everything in the world and you come to WWE, they have a hard time giving you your acknowledgement because they don't want to make you bigger than their big star.
Well, yeah, because they're always the best. They're always number one.
Yeah, but if a celebrity walks in the door, the celebrity is 100 times better than everybody else in their universe.
Yeah,
like we should treat that celebrity like they're celebrities, and if a legend comes back, the legend's always better than everybody on the roster at that point in time. Like that's essentially what WWE kind of teaches you.
Oh, let me put the yarn down.
Orange Cassidy with the full black stage and the orange lights going around, unless they just never showed it on camera, and that's the first time I've seen it. I never noticed that before. I don't think they've ever showed the blackness before the white pops. Is what I was seeing differently. They usually don't cut to the screen until the white.
It has like an orange. They were doing an orange smoke on it too.
I love how they change it on each side. Like sometimes it's on that side, sometimes on this side. The one pyro.
Oh,
I do like this set. I feel like you're ahead of me by like 5 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
it's crazy that like how much of a fan of him you are, and there's probably 8 people in that building on Saturday that were all trained by him.
See, I'm just 1 degree of a person away.
You really have been. You have been insanely close to Orange Cassidy without being near Orange Cassidy.
Crazy.
Like people who know him on personal levels. How does that like? And I know we're making a big deal about it because that doesn't happen. Like if you love George Clooney, you probably will never get 10 people away from George Clooney in your life. You know what I mean? Like
of all the people you could have said, you said George Clooney. Me and George Clooney share a birthday,
and that's the closest you'll ever get to him.
Yeah, Leon. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Like you'll never meet someone that went to school with George Clooney.
Right?
You'll never meet someone who you went to like who
started opening that door, but not more than just like for the Rumble in. And having acknowledgement of their women's division, but their men's division they really don't exist for anything else.
Totally agree. But yeah, like that's the cool thing about wrestling, and then like being where we are is like we're 1 degree from.
So Perfect Blue and Spirited Away are the only 2 that I know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what's going on?
I'm just reading the comments while you 2 are talking.
Oh,
sorry.
There's rumors going around that the internet that Cody Rhodes might be going back to WWE. 0 chance.
Wait, you're gonna tell him
0 chance at all.
If Hunter, if you're reading that and there's people who are spreading that, stop listening and watching to them immediately because they're terrible. They're not good at what they do.
If we're gonna do Spirited Away, then I feel like we have to do Howl's Moving Castle.
Jordan Oliver can leave GCW whenever he wants. GCW wrestlers aren't like locked in as GCW talent. They just make it a point that they take no other bookings except GCW because that's where they know they're going to get the most exposure and the most love. But I don't think Jordan Oliver is going to show up if he does it all in AEW until they get that day where Nick gets kicked out of the group or is getting beat up or picked on. You know what I mean? So I woke up with a message from Mercedes Moné in my DM at 2 a.m. yesterday morning. I think it was from her actual real page. Oh yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
I don't think it was from her actual real page.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible because I got followed by John Cena, his actual page, but it's not ran by him, and he follows everybody. Over the Pop Talk just followed me on the old
Paprika?
Instagram.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Dude, I've been getting a lot of new followers on the old Instagram. I'm so excited for people to see the new 5 questions. I thought they came out really well. What do we got? I like Howells more, but would Anthony pick these? I could see ABJ joining them, but I can see ABJ tearing Howells to shred.
Oh my god, he would definitely tear it to shreds.
What's the premise of Howells? Tell me what I'm.
No.
I don't know anything about House.
So he's all doing studio. He's doing well. Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away are both Studio Ghibli movies.
I don't know what that means.
They're
Never mind.
beautiful. They're depressing. They're beautiful.
Studio
Okay,
Ghibli is like
so Howl's
one of
Moving
the
Castle is about
studios
a
that
woman
does great
who
work.
has a curse put on her,
Super well known.
and she looks like she's an old lady. And she's like, I'm probably describing this horribly, but basically she has to get to this woman to get this curse taken off of her and go back to being a young lady. And the guy who is the owner of the castle,
Steven, I think it's either opening match or main event.
That was my favorite thing about that. That's exactly what Nick Wayne needed to do in that spot he just did, where Orange rolls all the way over to the other side, so he's too far away to hit him, and then he gets out of the ring, and Nick Wayne's like, I'm jumping over the top, like the top rope dive, like showing off his athleticism still. Like, I love that. Can you hear me?
What? I'm sorry, I was watching.
Oh,
I was not here for a second.
Oh, no, I was talking about that spot, the top rope spot.
The one where he went all the way across, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard intermittent. I thought you were talking to Lily, and I just completely was just lost in the match.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Lily. There was something that was like hot at that moment I wanted to speak about. So, like, here's an example of another reason why I have a hard time with Japanese style culture, like pop culture over America. So, like, how we did our Pokemon stream the other night, and he said, "Let's end on a real sad note," and it was the dog sick, like. It didn't do. I didn't have a shred of emotion attachment to it. But if that was like an American movie and the dog was dying, I'd be like, oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. I feel like a big part of it is that it is tragedy and life is tragedy. And
I know, but I have a hard time.
I have a hard
time getting the emotion from Japanese style pop culture.
It doesn't touch you that way.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just has no effect.
To you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not for you, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Well, the cool thing about starting this new content, like the pop culture content and stuff, is I want to try more different things and like speak on it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
do I like it or not? Like,
well, there's a lot of it. You can speak about a lot of things. So, are you doing the? You hinted at it last stream. When are you doing the movie franchise thing?
Which one?
You said
the one with. I have to set up dates with him, and we're gonna record it like one every couple months, like one every couple weeks. Like it won't be all in one shot. Like an episode, and then we come back maybe like next month.
See, Henry, how dare you? How dare you?
Because fun fact,
I
it's been
agree
so
with you,
long
Henry.
since it's been so long since I've seen those movies. I don't remember most of part 2.
What?
I'm gonna be honest. Either that or part 2 and part 1 blend together for me.
See, part 2 was like the first movie that I shouldn't have watched as a kid. You know what I mean? Like when I was too young for it, my dad was like, "You're gonna sit here. We're gonna watch this together." Like that movie is so burned into my brain. And then I went back and had to watch the first one as a kid, and that gave me nightmares at first.
Yeah.
Specifically one scene.
The cop. When the cops chase, that's like a horror movie. He's like Michael Myers.
No, honestly, that wasn't the part that messed me up as a kid. It was the eyeball.
Gotcha. You know, what movie I sat and watched and fucked me up?
What's that?
RoboCop. The death scene in RoboCop. I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah, that scene.
The fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, like it's funny watching it back now, watching the first one, because like it's, you know, the special effects is super dated. But God, I was too young to watch that movie. And I did, and I had nightmares, but like I had all the action figures of it all. So like, you know, there was, you know, trade-off. But yeah, it's like one of my favorite film franchises that just keeps not being good. But I like it, and I'm entertained with every movie.
I love that.
More become comedies. I don't know Audition, but I'm not a horror fan, so that's probably why.
Hands are in the pockets.
I've never seen that one.
Hands just got in the pockets on my end. I have to go yell at my cat who's trying to break through my door.
Okay. Oh my God, I can't handle cats touching doors at this point in time in my life. It's an instant trigger. Instant trigger. The cats clawing at the door is like the worst. Oh my God, it drives me fucking mental.
You know, it drives me crazy.
Huh.
When you hear the cat in the doors, but I don't. But you're like, the cats are attacking the door, and you wake me up to tell me about the cats attacking.
Oh, if I'm up, everyone's up.
Instead of just opening the door and like letting the cats out, like you have to wake me up to tell me about it. But see, this morning I did the rude thing, and I was like, I just stayed in bed. I'm trying to sleep too, homie.
You might get to meet my cat.
We
found him in the alley.
It looked like a skunk. I'm not gonna lie. When he walked by,
nah,
I think your cat might be a skunk.
This is Mom's chair, and apparently I'm Mom.
Gary's still in the chat.
We found him. We found him in the alley next to us. Somebody abandoned him, and he was like 1. Ow, you bitch. And the cat just crapped in the crypt. You coming up? Come on. Come on.
Carrie, I can send you a link if you want to come in and chat. I don't know if you can do it from your phone. But if you want to come in and say hi, you can.
Ow. Your claws are way too sharp. We need to fix that. But yeah, this is Frank. Frank says hello.
Oh, you have an orange cat.
Oh, hi, Frank.
We've got 2. This is my cat, and then my partner has the other cat in the house. Charlie's around here somewhere.
Not on his phone. Okay, next time, bud. Oh, that was a good kick. It looked good.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, up. German.
Is my cat Garfield? Nobody very much looks like him. He's got more of a lucha mask on his face than a full orange.
This is low key. Like if this matchup was on an indie show, I would I'd be insanely excited about it. Nick Wayne versus Orange
Where are the
Cassidy.
people running?
I didn't
Who's
wanna give it
running?
away.
Okay. There we go. That was
It
quicker
was
than
a
I
good sell by
expected.
Nick Wayne. He readjusted his hands so Orange Cassidy can kick out.
Wait, what?
That is a microphone. Okay.
Who's that?
Daniel Garcia. Everyone's getting involved.
Ooh.
I thought Roderick Strong was going to come out in another spot and hit Orange Cassidy. Like I thought the ref would be distracted by
a lot going on.
the ref's going to be distracted between Nick Wayne and Garcia, then the best friends outside
Why?
fighting the Kingdom, and then Roderick Strong comes out of nowhere, but he's probably going to come out at the end. There. Yep.
Oh,
Sorry.
like that.
How do I get it in on this chat? Let me send you on.
Hey, there's
I
Roddy.
can't get it to your. I can't. Actually, I probably can if I do a loop around here. I can. You can join right from your phone and turn your camera on and talk. I just gotta send. I have to send the link to myself and then text it to you, and you can join right from your phone.
Leon, that's probably the most. That's like the biggest thing that I want to see happen. If we can not have Money in the Bank be. We have 2 nights of WrestleMania. We can do the women's on one night and the men's on the other. Like, oh god, it would. Just,
yeah, but
like
I think they need to have it on part of a pay per view one more year, and then say, hey, the deadline of this ends at Mania because the next Money in the Bank match will be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I would like that. You were just here. Come on, come back.
I think Money in the Bank, and I think Hell in a Cell. I'm glad they got rid of that one. I don't know. I do like WWE's 4-match card though. That was awesome. I want more of that.
Yeah, that was nice. I'm torn. I don't mind a long night of wrestling if the wrestling is good and I care. But if I don't care about the story or what's happening,
this is gonna be exciting. If you want to talk wrestling, this is the guy we talk wrestling with. Let's bring him in. My buddy Kerry Silkin. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Going
How
on?
you been?
I'm all right. I'm in Florida. I'm just chilling out.
Well,
Listen.
we're watching. Are you watching AEW?
Well, I don't know if watching is the right term. It's sort
It's
of
on.
It's on in the background.
Did you what did you see the Orange Cassidy Nick Wayne?
Well, if we were making a gay twink porno movie, we'd be rich.
Kerry Silkin with the Zingers. I'm a fan of Cassidy, and I think Nick Wayne is going to be a really.
I know Jim since 2000, almost 18 years.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him.
Yes, he's doing amazing, and Nick Wayne's a very talented kid.
Nick Wayne's very talented, but we certainly have to suspend disbelief to enjoy this, right?
I agree. Yeah, it's very campy, very cartoony.
So,
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the camp and cartoon, I guess.
Oh, I do too. Kerry comes from a different line of professional wrestling. He you know.
well, I mean, Ring of Honor. My Ring of Honor was along these lines, but there was just a different vibe to it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Absolutely.
So, anyway.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, not much. The weather's beautiful here. I've been trying to enjoy myself. My good friend Brian Kendricks is coming down here Friday.
I love him. Tell him I said what's up.
He's got a show Saturday, and he's going to be here for 4 days. And my other buddy Jimmy Jacobs is coming next week. So at the moment, I'm on my own. So it's good talking to some good friends like you guys.
Absolutely. Well, we were just at Cheeseburger School the other day.
Cool.
They had some tapings there for a wrestling show, so we were there. and I was showing one of the guys from the podcast network that I'm working with, like Cheeseburger's office, and tell him the history of the building and your trading cards there.
It's my old fucking office.
It's your old office, exactly. Right. A lot of people have shared that office at one point in time.
Right. So,
man, what a historic building that is.
It is. Well, anyway, I just wanted to say hello. Keep up the good work, and love you guys.
I love you too, buddy. We'll talk soon.
All right. Take care.
See you,
Peace,
buddy.
man.
Thank you.
Love that. That just made my night. I love Carrie. Pretty much 90% of what you watch on television came through that guy.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you like Seth Rollins? You like Kevin Owens? Sami Zayn? Yeah. Name him. Punk? You like Punk, Joe? Him and Kendrick are always together. Dude, Kendrick is so fucking funny to be around. Like, you pissing yourself laughing. He's just fucking hilarious. Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. And that Stokely guy. I've never heard of him before.
And that Stokely guy. Who's that Stokely guy?
You know what a part of me is noticing here with fashion? Chris all white, Willow all black. I think one of them. I think people are speculating who's turning on who, and when it's turning, and everyone thinks that Statlander is going to turn on Willow, but I think Willow turns on Stat.
Willow's going to turn on Stat because they want her to be a heel, and I don't want it because I love Willow being happy.
I love Willow too, but I want to see Willow part of this three covenant girl thing, or like, it's gonna look like The Craft, and I just want to see Willow how she could pull off being the spooky heel, because it's so different, like, of Willow, unless Willow's like the really like crazy psychotic laughy, like psycho type character spooky, which I think would be kind of cool too. You know what I mean? Like Evil Dead girl laughing in the fucking doorway. Freaky, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think it'd be really awesome to see Willow be in that category. Huge Willow fan. Love me some Willow.
Yeah, Willow. I don't know. See, Henry, let's not. I don't want Willow to be the next Nia Jax. I like Nia Jax, but I think Willow's so much better.
Willow is a better in-ring performer, and she's also been doing it longer. Nia Jax was pretty much recruited because of her size, and now she's trying to learn wrestling. Yeah,
right. I agree. Strong agree. I think Willow
realistically, pound for pound, wrestler for wrestler, technicality style, everything. Willow's probably in your top 10 female talents in the world right now.
Yeah.
She's very good at what she does.
And she's got a really good face that I believe. Like, when she gives me different like expressions, I care.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, the crazy thing about Statlander is Statlander didn't grow up a wrestling fan. She didn't really know about wrestling until like the year before she joined the business. She was a stuntman. She did stunt acting.
Got you.
And then they brought her into pro wrestling, and she's like, this is fun. Same with Aubrey. Aubrey wasn't a huge wrestling, like, she didn't grow up diehard wrestling fan, knows the whole history of wrestling, the whole nine. She just is like, hey, they're like, you should try doing this referee thing, and she got into it and loved it.
There you go.
PPW is on 420.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
not April.
Yeah, that's
You're looking at April.
Oh, the April show is 420. Yeah.
It's like March 8th is their next one.
Do we get does Tony Storm drop the title to Deanna? Do you think we get a title change?
I kind of hope not, but I feel like it might happen. I just don't want Tony to stop doing what she's doing ever. It's just so entertaining. It's comedy gold.
Good use of the spots, the plants. I like Will a lot. I'll respectfully disagree with her being top 10 in the world. I think there could be an argument. I think she's top 10, top 15. I think she's that good. I don't think she's been able to showcase as much of it on TV yet, but I think she's I think she has a lot of ability. I've watched her wrestle dudes who are really, 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 really talented dudes, and she carries, like, she's still as much as carrying the match as they are, and she's really, really impressive. I've seen her work more guys than I've seen her work females, and she's unbelievable.
I like C. Henry's take. Sasha will take the title off Tony.
Yeah.
I'm like the buffet guys. I'm a TurboTax expert because I had 2 full-time jobs, lawyering and cleaning.
So I don't know. I don't think Sasha comes in and goes for a title right away. I think it's going to be like almost. I think it'll be like a year before we see Sasha as a world champion.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
It really it's going to come down to Hayter's health.
Yeah, that I can agree with. Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm at Wembley, I can see that happening.
Yeah. And that's August.
I was going to say, when is Hayter expected to be back?
We don't know.
What was her issue originally? What was the injury?
It was her back, I think. I could be wrong though.
Oh,
the back might have been Thunder Rosa and
no, Thunder Rosa was the back.
Yeah, and then Hayter might have been a knee.
I'm shocked we haven't seen a Sean or a Ralph.
I know, crazy. I think they hate us. Maybe they're live on their channel. Who knows?
All right. I doubt it. Opinion City. Definitely not live there.
Carrie's like, he said, thank you for letting me come in. I said, thank you. I said, could you imagine if we did a whole watch along, if we can get Carrie for a whole watch along and he just gives his takes on people he used to work with or people that's in there now?
I mean, it would definitely be entertaining.
It'd be amazing. Be amazing. If we're making gay twink porn. Gary's so good. Unbelievable. If we were making gay twink porn, we'd be millionaires, is what he said. Oh, Carrie. That needs to be on a t-shirt. Orange Cassie would wear it. Oh, good back elbow. Chris Statlander is just, when I say this, I don't mean it as a negative way, but she's a big girl. Like she has height on her. She's fucking jacked. Like she's in really good shape.
When you see her next to certain people, you're just like, oh wow, yeah, she's
when
not.
When I met her, one of the things that was alarm. I don't know. Maybe it's just my favorite muscle group on just humans and not like in a weird, creepy, sexual way. Her quads are huge. She has big quads.
Yeah. Yeah, she got tree trunks for legs.
Yeah. Like if that knee legit hit you, you're dead. You'd be dead. It'd be over. Still, Ace Austin, I think, is the largest quads I've ever seen on a human being. When is Britt returning? I don't know, but I think we'll get a Britt Sasha. So that's the only problem, though, is like if you bring a Britt in the same time as Sasha, it's never good to come in on your return and lose.
Right.
Like historically, you don't want to come back and lose, but I think if you come back and you get into a big program with the Sasha Banks, I think it's fine for either one of them to take a loss because you can always build back to it later. Oh, you know what I found out today?
What's up?
You know the girl who's with Paige, the one that's like always trying to like hook up with people and flirty with people, the blonde.
Soraya.
She's with Soraya.
God, I don't.
She's like her on-screen friend. She's dating Zion or whatever. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Zion from NXT, the guy from Australia.
Now I'm going to Google just so I can make sure I know who we're talking about. Zion Quinn or Jean?
Yeah, Zion Quinn. Yeah, she's dating him. He's very talented too. I seen him do a dark match versus Akira Tozawa on Monday Night Raw, like a main event match. It was awesome. It was so good.
Nice.
And to your point, the leg strength of Statlander prevented Sky Blue from really locking her legs in time on that cradle. You see, Julia was very disappointed with that. The toughness of Chris Statlander is widely known. Lower back landing, folks. That was nasty, man.
Oh. It's a good matchup.
Harley Cameron, match. You're talking about. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I reverse engineered finding out who it was.
Knox is like, bro, I'm looking right at you. That was a good match.
God, I just really enjoy the code blue.
That's a good finisher for her because she's tiny and it looks devastating. But
yeah,
it's
it
not,
looks great.
It looks great and it's easy for her to do because all you really have to do to take it is just a front flip. You know what I mean? Like, like Liv Morgan needs something like that because she's so tiny. Yeah. Like she can do something crazy high flying like that. But that move that she does from the middle rope does not look devastating. And I like the way she approaches it, like where she comes from the side like that. What makes it so it doesn't look like a front on code red.
Right.
You know what I mean? It comes from the side. I think it's a cool variant.
It just looks fantastic every time.
Athena is still my favorite finishing move, I think, in all pro wrestling, though.
The
total eclipse or whatever the hell I don't know what she calls it now.
Stunner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never want to do that over and over and over and over again because as a bump, it probably sucks. Probably sucks as a bump, but I hate this. Did they learn a lesson last time going to the locker room?
Wow.
Right. Took me a second to catch what you just said.
Just make sure you don't hit his dog if he has one in there.
Ooh.
Getting artsy with using the mirror shot. Getting artsy fartsy here at AEW. Well, the Bucks are 0 for 2 for breaking into people's locker rooms, trying to start a fight.
It's so good. So good.
At least a dog didn't have to lose a tooth this time. That's nice.
You.
Larry didn't deserve that.
He didn't. You're absolutely
No.
right. You're absolutely right.
No, he didn't.
Here's a crazy thought, and maybe I'm not trying to overplay it, but what if, God forbid, there was like not just a dog, but like a child in the room? Realistically,
Wasn't there somebody who was pregnant in the room or something like that? I don't know.
there might. I don't know. I don't know who.
Watch
All I
Flair
know is
below
that I
this
knew
thing.
personally. It was Punk. It was what's his name? I think a girlfriend. Someone's girlfriend was in the room, and
I
a
can't
dog.
even remember anymore.
Yeah. But we just skim past all that.
What's up?
Skip past all that and just be like, CM Punk's the bad guy.
Right.
Where are these jabronis at?
Are you messaging them?
Oh, I'm in our chat.
Yeah, I don't think a brand split would be a bad idea for AEW. I just don't know how they would handle it.
I actually want something different than a brand split.
Right.
Here's my take.
I'm listening.
Oh, that makes sense.
If you have ranking systems, right, and wins and
Right.
losses matter, you should
Yeah.
be broken up into tiers.
Yeah.
And I think if you are a tier 1, you wrestle on Dynamites. If you're a tier 2, you wrestle on Collision. If you're a tier 3, you wrestle on Rampage. And based off wins and losses, you slide into tiers.
I like that.
So it's not like it's a hard split of saying this guy can never wrestle this guy because he's on this show and this show. He can work his way up to earn him spot to get to the show that the guy he wants to wrestle is on. So say if
Right.
you do a whole bit where you're like, "Oh, you want to wrestle me, bro? You're a tier 3. You're garbage. You're in the lowest of the low." And then he fights his way up and he works his chance to wrestle the guy. Like, you know what I mean?
What's the pay-per-view or the promotion where they do things outside the tier base to get people to actually like, oh shit, a tier 3 beat a tier 1? What?
So if you want to do that, then you can have stuff where it's like, all right, I'll wrestle you. We'll sign this non-sanctioned match. It's non-sanctioned, doesn't go against wins and losses, but you think you're good enough, and then they wrestle, and the guy like he still stay. You know what I mean? So you can still kind of keep them separate. Like there's ways you can play it storyline wise, but I think it's almost like European soccer. Like you get delegated to play the lower league. And then you can work from the lower league up to the Champions League and become the champion. It's unlikely, but if it happens, it's doing the greatest sports story of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
if you lose every season, you're not playing the Champions League anymore.
See Henry coming in with the real facts. Ace Steele's wife was pregnant at the time of the fight.
Yeah, I thought it was Ace Steele's. There was a female in there that was with Ace Steele, but I didn't know she was pregnant.
Yeah, I just remember here. It was like there were so many things coming out over the course of the following weeks. I just remember hearing, oh, well, somebody's wife was in there. Somebody was pregnant, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Man, his dad's a tiny guy. Yeah, listen, I love you, Jericho. I'm a Jericho fan of Jericho's career, but these self-serving Jericho matches are getting out of control. Like I can see it once or twice, but like every time he's on screen, it's like, oh, this is a never before done match for Chris Jericho, and it's gonna be a big deal. Like every time he's in the ring, it's like, oh, it's almost like Sting's last match. Like, oh, it's Sting's last match. First time Jericho has done this. First time Jericho's wrestled this guy. First time I wrestled his grandfather and then his dad, now his kid. Now it's Chris Jericho's time. You know, like this self-serving Jericho match is just getting old. Like in no other world do we care about this matchup. I still don't care about this matchup. You told me the history. You gave me the promo package. I still don't care.
I really think it might be more or less for the CMML contract that they're getting just to do dumb things. Like just to have the people, the ability to bring CMML
so
into
does
AEW.
CMML send one of their champions up to To lose to Chris Jericho? Or does Jericho put over the young prospect?
I was about to say, do you think he's going to lose to Chris Jericho?
I mean, I didn't think Axel Andretti was going to beat him, and he shocked me with that. And
That's what I'm
the
saying.
kid get a contract of it. But like, Chris Jericho doesn't need to win this match, but I think Chris Jericho believes that like, oh, if I want to come back and go for the tag team titles again or go for something like that, I have to stay relevant.
Right.
Because he really wants to lean on the I'm buddies with Kenny Omega because I want to be a top guy again. And building stables around me isn't working anymore, so I need to partner up with Kenny Omega.
Building stables around him hasn't really done it for me at all. But
they start fine and then they fizzle. But
yeah,
I don't think the Jericho appreciation had no legs to start. It was too similar of the Jericho. Not the Appreciation Society. The Appreciation Society. It was too similar to the JSA. What the fuck was his first one?
I can't even remember. That's the point.
The Inner Circle. It was too close to the Inner Circle. It was like just 2 members removed and 2 members.
I was about to say
it
was literally just they pulled 2 people out and put 2 people in.
Yeah, and they changed the whole name, and it just didn't grasp. Oh, he's trying to undo his mask spot. Well, he's on tour right now, so he came off tour to do this match. They're doing a podcast right now. They're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. I'm actually excited for the interview they got. It's gonna be a fun one.
So Chris Jericho's wearing black and gold.
Probably means he's winning. Nah, that's his Lionheart gear.
Yep. This is a Lionheart throwback.
You know what I hate about the AEW stairs? I wish it sounds stupid, but I wish they came apart. Like I wish they were 2 pieces.
Oh, you don't like the big solid?
No, I like when they come apart. I miss the blue ones. I like the old school WWE blue ones. Oh, God. Jericho almost got dropped in his neck.
All right. Well, I'm about to see that spot.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, shit.
I don't think
that should have happened.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a Rana or if that was supposed to be a legit power bomb and he almost dropped it again. When you do spots like that, the person taking it have to have a lot of core strength to pick themselves up. And this Atlantis kid is undersized, and he's trying to powerbomb a heavier Chris Jericho. And I don't think Chris Jericho has the core and back strength to pick himself up to take the powerbomb. So I think that's why they were struggling there.
No, I mean, he pulled the stairs out. I feel like the Hurricane Rana was deliberate.
I agreed, but it was just going.
I don't
for
think the initial. Oh my god!
Up.
I think I was going to drop you the first time was like,
yeah,
in the cards.
No, we'll see.
She just keeps sending me that, so that's.
God, I hate Applebee's, but anything looks good right now because I haven't eaten dinner yet.
I'm thinking the same exact fucking thing.
I was really just going over in my brain what I'm gonna make. I'm thinking breakfast for dinner.
I ate lunch super late, so like when this ends, I'll probably make dinner.
I'm thinking egg bread. What's it called? French toast.
Ah,
French
toast, delicious.
Can you call her and like step away for a second and call her just to make sure she doesn't stop and get food, and then she walks in and you're making something?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna do it after the stream. I'm not doing it right now this second.
Well, I think she'll be whatever works. Yeah, I don't care.
Are you okay with eating breakfast for dinner?
Yeah, I don't care either way. But like
You
usually
wanna
when
make
she
sure
comes home
she's
from the
not
bowling
going
alley,
to
she
get
stops
food on
she
the way.
grabs burger. If she stops and grabs a Wendy's or Burger King, I'm all for it. But
I'll eat Wendy's and Burger King on top of.
He said, "I want a burger."
but if she walks in the door and she spent money when money's tight,
No, I know, I got you.
and then you're making French toast.
That's a valid point.
I'd at least be using the eggs that I harvested.
Very true. I've never
Do we have a chicken coop somewhere?
She house sat for
I was
a
house
week
sitting.
or two, and they had like
She had like 23 chickens.
she has like 675 chickens.
Nice.
I harvested 5 dozen eggs in 10 days.
Damn. Do you deliver to Philly? Kidding.
Nah. Nah.
I'm gonna be fair. I don't think most of the AEW fans have cared about any of the CML crossovers.
You shut your whore mouth. What about Hechicero?
I don't think people cared. I honestly think like they try to put them in like 2 3-way, 6-way matches, and people just didn't respond to them.
I feel like if we give it time and they build it right, in the year people will care. But like,
yeah,
I think they're at least doing the right thing to get again a varied audience and really to get. Oh, do we have a broken finger or something? Okay, cool. No, it's just a knuckle. Yeah, I think they're doing a good job with getting a more diverse audience.
Jericho staring right at the referee.
I don't know what promotion is bigger. You would know.
What's that?
I feel like AAA is bigger, right?
AAA.
Yeah.
AAA is like New Japan, and CMLL is like Noah.
That's a great way to put it.
Maybe not in the same. Get this fucking match done. Roll the credits. When have you ever done that move in your career, Jericho, and you want to do it on a guy that you probably have a language barrier with, and you want to do it on live TV? Are you fucking crazy?
Need some life insurance for both of these guys.
Jesus Christ! I thought he dropped him. I thought he dropped him right on his neck.
It didn't look that bad, but it didn't look good.
He didn't. Atlantis didn't get his hands on the mat at all. He took that to the forehead. I don't mind a slow paced, sluggish match, but when matches get to the point where you're like, someone's gonna get the fuck hurt. I don't want to see that. And that goes to any level. Like I see that shit in the indies all the time, and I'm just like, stop, just stop, please stop, stop going for these flashy moves. You're not at that level yet. I think Jericho forgot those steps were there.
Mm-hmm.
At least he caught him.
Nice little golf clap.
Please, Buck, show up with bats to end this match. Yes.
Sending the crates.
You know what's crazy? The promo photo for the pay-per-view. So it's Sting's obviously last match in the Bucks are the front and center poster, and the women's title match. No men's title match in that graphic. No Joe on the graphic.
Right.
Like most companies put your world title on there. They're like, all right, we'll put the world title, but the women's world title.
Well, yeah,
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was about to say it makes more sense because right now
They've been building up that Deonna Purrazzo and
it's
Tony
Sting
Storm for a
and
while.
Tony. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But even when like the women main evented the cards at WWE, like because the Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte was a bigger match, like they still didn't get front and center poster.
Right. He blows my mind because of the things that he can still do that look good. Judas Effect is stupid though. Does he have him locked in? There he goes. And we walk away. Classic Jericho maneuver. And there's the towel. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So he didn't tap out, even though he did at the end.
You good there, bud?
He's like, stand up. We're running out of time. I got to raise your hand. All right, let's get our photo.
He's like, yeah, fuck this guy. Over it.
Sorry for almost killing your kid. Thank you for not letting your kid kill me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you see that?
Sounds like it.
I'll be right back. No, what happened?
When they were hugging, it looked like he said, "I'm sorry" to Jericho.
So what's his 8-man scramble for?
It's on the Evolution.
Yeah, but what's the point? If you win, you get a title shot?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh man.
Former friend.
Yeah.
Here we go. Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong at Revolution.
Well, whoops. Did they just show the wrong graphic first?
Yeah.
I think they just showed that Trent's gonna win the match.
Oh my god.
Did they really? You're gonna have to rewind, pause.
Yeah, they just showed.
Because he goes, oops.
Oh man, they're gonna have to rewrite that ending.
Okay.
I rewinded.
Yeah, it's got to be main event, the Sting match.
Pause. Oh.
No, they didn't show the wrong graphic. The graphic is
wrong.
it's the same match, but Trent, it's an 8-man tag on Collision.
Okay.
All right.
But I think the graphic threw him off because it's essentially what's going to happen at the pay-per-view in the scramble. Everyone who's in the scramble is going to be in that 8-man tag.
Right.
The show's ending with this bit.
Well, I think they have to do something for the right before we go into it.
I like how they gave up on the bloody suits. I think they're like, all right, we need to wear them for at least 2 weeks. So if we make the figures, Sting's last match, bloody suit figures.
I hate the suit bit.
It's the whole.
You know what they're gonna
EVP
do. You know what they're gonna
bit.
do, right? You know what they're doing, right? Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Go for it.
Sting's in he's behind one of the masks.
Oh, you're close.
I mean, that would be.
He's done it 100 times. That's like a Sting bit.
Yeah.
She doesn't know the old school Sting stuff. So somebody else is gonna come out. Someone else is gonna come out with a Sting bit, and then he's gonna do the bit too.
Well, I was about to say they already did that bit in AEW, so it was Darby, and that was the turn. Damn, that knee looks great, though.
They gave a bunch of masks out to people in the front row, and they're all wearing it. Are they gonna do the whole dramatic entrance with thing?
I would love to see. It'll never happen. But I'd love to see from the rafters, bro. Just come down the zip line one last time.
I'll tell you what. People are looking up.
I mean, yeah, I would be too. Or
that one guy,
a lot of people are looking
the
up.
guy with the
A
red
lot of
hat,
people
the
are
guy
looking up.
behind him is looking up to see if there's going to be a look.
There's people pointing their cameras up.
Everybody's up. Look at the whole front 2 rows.
Uh-huh.
Here's my question.
Lights go black.
Here's my question. If you're Sting, why would you send Darby out to get fucked up so you could do a cool entrance?
Well, I still don't think this is
What
his
else
retirement
does he
match.
have?
I think they say it's his retirement match, but I think he pulls a Mark Henry and they have a blow-off feud with him and Darby. That would be his retirement.
Are you serious?
Feud. Personally, that's what I want.
Really?
But I mean,
But like, why would you go down if you're Darby just to get fucked up? Like that's the only part about this that I hate so far in this bit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go down by myself against 2 guys with baseball bats. That'll work out well for me. And Sting's like, for dramatic effect, kid, just take this ass whooping. I'll be coming. It's gonna look fucking cool. Just fucking stay tough. I'm like, yo, dickhead, took you 38 minutes.
he took the jacket
took Flair
off.
48 minutes to get to the ring. You could have came down right behind him.
Flair's coming to save him, dude. You didn't know?
Yeah.
Flair's got this.
You weren't wrong. I'm done.
Oh
AEW,
wow,
I'm
a
trying.
thumb poke.
Yeah, the worst thumb I put.
Oh god. Oh my god. The worst punches ever thrown.
This is happening.
We had a plan, Rick.
This is bad.
Just waiting for his pacemaker to throw him back 5 feet.
Yo, they're gonna get to the top of the ramp before he does.
He's not going to be at the ramp. Look at the camera guys to the left. They're looking up.
It's a cool camera shot. I see what they try to do there.
Yeah.
I just, the child in me is very happy to see it one last time. I didn't think we would ever see it again.
Interesting move from the company who honors Owen Hart. That they allowed him to come down from the ceiling like that.
Well, they honor Owen Hart, but they stopped that Owen Hart.
But they still let freaking Darby
tournament.
Allin fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything, so.
It's a cool bit. It's always cool to come down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
But it is interesting to see them let them do it one more time. Do you think they reached out to Martha? They're like, hey, out
Absolutely
of respect.
not.
You don't think so?
Maybe. I have no idea.
I think they might have. I think I could see Sting making a phone call. Be like, hey, I want to come down for the Raptors one time. We'd still do the Owen Hart Cup. We do things for Owen's video games in our video game. Owen's in the figure line.
I don't think they're against the rafter bit. I just, I just think they're against the negligence part of it.
Yeah. I just think the visual of the rafter, I think, can be like
triggering.
Yeah. I definitely would.
Agree,
it would be a phone call I would definitely make out of respect. It's a cool. All right, so it's here, and this is where I'm gonna get critical. That's coming from the ceiling. Cool.
I think they should have saved it from Revolution, but
agreed. But as a bit, you set it up. All right, like how you've seen people put together bits at shows.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm part of this meeting, I say, okay, then what's the point of Darby going one-on-one with two guys with baseball bats for a long period of time?
Right, that was like a solid 8 minutes.
For Flair to come down, who can't work, for you to beat him down, for you then to hear music hits.
And you just drop from the ceiling. And that's it.
But you're literally like the visual of that is you let two guys get their fucking ass kicked,
right,
so you can have your cool entrance.
Cool.
Yeah,
because they're setting up, and I'm calling it now. They're setting up Sting versus Darby. Darby's gonna be like, Sting, you let me. I took all the hits for you. Da, 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 da. I can't believe this. You're not going anywhere until you have one last fight with me, and that's gonna be it. Like they got to have one blow off with him and Sting.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of like when Jeff Hardy returned and his brother's getting jumped in the ring and he's and they're like, no, your brother's dying. He's like, give me a second.
Hold on, I just gotta get this dance out. I gotta throw my two fingers in the air a couple times.
Like
oh
man, is so close to death. He's high-fiving people and they're like, oh, your brother's dying. He's like, oh
yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I totally got it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't like the ending of that show.
Yeah,
maybe listen, and I'll put it out there. Maybe it's my biasness. I'm not a huge Sting fan. I don't mark out for Sting. I'm not a huge Darby fan. I don't mark out for Darby. So maybe everybody else looks at that and goes, that was the coolest thing they've ever seen.
I won't say I mark out for them, but I definitely like them more than you.
Yeah. I don't get like the whole, like if you pitch that, there's no way to pitch that to make that sound believable or cool. So you're going to get me, I'm going to get fucked up for this long and then you come down from the ceiling?
Well, it just shouldn't have been that fucking long. That's the thing. Like Flair shouldn't have come out. It should have been Darby gets beat, Sting comes. Exactly. Like I thought when they were going to do the BTE trigger, the lights were going to go out, and then he was just going to drop out.
Here's how you book this. Here you go. ABJ booking. We're gonna save it right here. We're gonna save it right here. Flair, save that for the pay-per-view. Tease that Flair might be the factor that cost Sting his last match. Or make it he cost Sting. I don't know. Just save that for the thing. So if Sting if Flair is turning and he's not going to cost Sting his last match, then I get why you do it here tonight, because now Flair is definitely not aligned with the Bucks going into the show. I still wouldn't show that card before the card happens. But Darby comes down, he's on the ramp, right? So the shot is you need the Bucks on the ramp so Sting can come down and they meet in the middle. That's the shot you want, right? The cameras were all in place. That's the visual effect you need. Darby comes to the rampway and says, or he's in the back, or they do a Titantron bit, and he goes, Bucks, you know, I'm here. If you want to fight me, come find me or be at the top of the ramp. The Bucks start walking up the ramp 2-on-1 with baseball bats. Lights go out, Sting music hit. He comes down from behind them from the ceiling to give him enough time so he can unbuckle. Darby goes 1-on-2 with the Bucks, and then so Sting can get unbuckled and gets up, and you have a 1-on-1 fight. You can still do the same ceiling bit, but it doesn't have to send Darby out to get beat up for 15 minutes.
Okay. Exaggerations aside. But yes, I agree. 15 minutes. I'm like, wow. It was like 5. It was like maybe 3 realistically, but it felt like a lot longer. No. Yeah, listen.
We're friends.
I'm gonna give you.
If we're friends, and 2 guys with baseball bats are fucking me up, and you have to wait for your grand entrance, we're fighting when I get healthy.
But that's my point. I'm saying I've been saying this since they announced Sting's final match. I was like, bullshit. Yeah, I believe it when I see it.
Let's get out of here, because Raz is going to be live on his post show. So make sure you head over to Raz's channel and go support him on the post show. I may or may not be popping in. I'm not sure yet. I haven't eaten. I ate 3 bites of a sandwich today. It's all I've eaten all day long. So we'll see you guys next time hanging out with ABJ. Hit your notifications on YouTube. There may be a game stream tomorrow. There may not. I may be showing up on somebody else's channel, but keep your eyes peeled, and we'll see you guys on the next one. We're out of here.
Thanks for watching this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe for more.